What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Guys, what's up? What's up? It's Boogie, man. I'm back. I had some connection issues, but I'm back, man. Let's get active. Let's get active. So if you're just coming into if you're just coming into the live, I apologize. I just had some issues, but go on and like the video so we get started. All right, we're gonna get started right away. I'm gonna wait for maybe 2, 3 more people, and then we're gonna get active. All right, so uh all right, as you come into the chat, just like the video, support your boy, like the video so it lets other people know that we are in here, we are back. I apologize, a few minutes ago I had some connection issues, but I think it should be better right now. So your boy is trying. you know I had to give you my Sunday live stream, so I was like, I'm gonna come back regardless. All right, so um maybe 2 or 3 more people, and then we get started. Maybe 2, 3 more minutes, and then I'll get started. As you come into the chat, just like the video, support your boy, because we're about to get active. Women are complaining. Some woman came online saying that a man tried to give her HIV. I don't believe her. And the reason I don't believe her, because it's her side of the story. Usually women run to the internet because they know they're going to get sympathy from other women. you know they know most times men are not going to come online to tell their side of the story, but we're about to get into it. All right, so you can comment down below whatever you think. Support your boy. Cash App, if you want to do a super chat, if you just want to put a comment down below, but most importantly, just like the video, support your boy, because we're about to get into it. I'm not even going to take too long, because I don't have too much time today, but we're about to get into it. Nope, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Let me do this. Should I do that? Let me do this one. All right, just like the video, we're about to get active. So this is a woman who claimed that a man was trying to give her HIV or STDs, because she claimed she was dating this guy, and then she's gonna tell her whole story. It's a long story, but you guys are gonna listen in and see, and then we're gonna talk about it, because it's her side of the story. So I don't believe anything she says, because we have seen so many times women come online, trash a man's name, say the worst things about a man, but men usually don't come online to tell their side of the story. So I don't believe her, but for me, once, because I didn't watch the whole thing, I watched like maybe a minute, into it, and you can tell these women are crazy. Because how are you gonna date a guy who you claim was rich, but then you find out he's not rich, and then you're saying he tried to give you an STD? So much going on. But without further ado, that's the synopsis of the video. That's the summary, but she's gonna go and get into it. All right, so give me 1 second, let me play it.
This is the back of the shirt, which I think is really cute. Brown Louis. I usually don't wear the strap, pause. But when I go shopping, I tend to sit my bag down a lot and lose my bag. So now I'm making a point to wear the strap on my bags when I go shopping so I can wear a crossbody. Sneakers, Bottega, of course. These are like my favorite sneakers. I have like every colorway that you can imagine. And this eats down, especially with the little doggies on the back. Ah, so fetch. And of course, we got the tennis bracelets, we got the AP, the one that the rapper gave me, and they mad about it. Back to this man having an STD possibly and trying to give it to me. So I was dating this guy, and he's the first guy I've seriously dated since I've been abstinent. I talk about my 3.5-year abstinent journey and how like sharp my intuition and discernment has been since becoming abstinent, and like how I can just kind of see through men for who they are. Now, since the beginning of dating this man, okay, I've called cap. Like everything about this man is cap. He makes content on TikTok. He's very well known on TikTok. And it's female-centered content, meaning how to treat a woman, trick on your girl, help boss your woman up, Mind you, in real life, he's nothing like that. So I've been calling cap on this nigga since day one because he's nothing like the content that he posts. Fast forward, we talk about a committed relationship, and he's like, yeah, I want to be with you. Like, are we together? Like, are we doing this? And I'm like, I mean, I guess. But for me, it just still didn't feel real because we hadn't had sex yet. I told him that I wanted us to go get tested together. I think it's only fair. Even though I haven't had sex in 3.5 years and I know I don't have anything, it's only right if I'm asking him to get tested that I get tested too. Mind you, every time I brought up this conversation, he would either try to act like he didn't hear me, he would be like more so in his phone trying to not pay attention, or he would just pacify me with like, yeah, we can go, okay, cool, yeah, we can go. I made an appointment to go last week, but my cycle started. And since my cycle's 3 days long, I had to just redo my appointment. And they're like, okay, yeah, you can come in on Monday. So I came in on Monday to get my pap smear. And because they had overscheduled, they were like, okay, we can't do your full STD panel today. Is it possible that you can come back later on this week on Thursday to get your full STD panel? I'm like, yeah, that's fine, no problem. He was actually supposed to go with me the day that I went to go get my annual exam to go get tested with me. And he all of a sudden had to go to Houston right away. Like, oh, I gotta go to Houston. I got some work out in Houston I gotta go do. And I'm like, okay. He had the audacity to text me. He's like, oh, did you go get tested today? LOL. And it's like, I definitely pulled up. But because I can only get my panel done, I have to come back for the STD panel on Thursday. He was supposed to go with me and then said that he had to go to Miami or Houston. It was one of those or whatever. I think it was Miami. So then I text him to make sure that he landed. I'm like, hey, did you make it to Miami safe or whatever? And he's like, yeah. Come to find out, the nigga never went to Miami. So you mean to tell me that you lied to me about going out of town to evade getting tested the whole time you're in Atlanta, and you thought that I was just going to forget that? So as we're on the FaceTime, I asked him, I'm like, okay, because we were supposed to go get tested. Like, you literally just told me earlier that you landed, and now you're telling me that you're here. It's nothing. This man lies about everything. He is a pathological liar. Everything that comes out of his mouth is cat. But when you're a scammer and you're used to finessing your way to get things, you think that you can finesse everybody. Fast forward to current day, and literally I flipped on him yesterday because I'm like, you keep trying to fuck me. He keeps coming around me, keep trying to imply he wants sex, keeps touching on me, keep trying to, like, you know, do things that men do. Like, you're pulling your dick out, you're doing all this shit, but you're doing everything but getting tested. And I'm trying to understand why you're still trying to force sex on me, but anytime I bring up getting tested, you completely ignore what I'm saying. And you try to evade getting tested by, oh, I got somewhere to be, or I gotta go home tonight because I gotta go do some work in the morning. Like, he always has an excuse why he can't get tested. Friends, don't beat me up, but I really want to ask because I have the tendency to be judgmental sometimes. Is the Virgo in me overthinking? Or am I like right on target to think that this man knows that he either has come into contact with something that he may have, or that he actually knows that he has something? A part of me.
First of all, guys, like I told you, I don't believe anything she says because it's her side of the story. She wouldn't be the first woman who came online playing victim and trying to spoil a man's name. Because usually men don't come online to tell the side of the story. The only thing I may believe is the fact that so many men don't want to get tested. But let's let her finish the story.
Me feels like this man knows something that he's not telling me. Like, the inkling that I'm getting isn't like, oh, I'm a little nervous to get tested. It's like, bitch, I'm terrified. And this is what I mean by like use your discernment and like cut a nigga off if he does something like this, because men will literally put you in harm's way for a nut. They do not care. They can know that they have something or be kind of unsure of their status and still want to have unprotected sex and still try to force you to do it, try to finesse you into having sex, like knowing that they could harm you, and they don't give a fuck. Please, y'all, please protect yourself. Like, I don't know if that man got something, but my discernment is telling me he does. And he know it's a dumb bun. Like, my birthday is this week. My birthday trip is coming up in 4 days. Like, I'm so focused on packing and shopping for my trip that it's like, nigga, at this point, you're just taking up space. You ain't spending no money, and you ain't trying to get tested. Get the fuck away from me. And anytime.
Okay, so did you guys hear the last part? He's not spending no money. So to me, if I was to summarize all this, it's not the issue that he refused to get tested, right? It's the issue that he wasn't spending any money. Because if this woman got Chris Brown or Drake, and Drake was flying her out and spending any money, do any of you guys believe she would ask Drake to get tested? How many women have asked Drake to get tested? How many women have asked Chris Brown to get tested? How many women have asked Asha to get tested before they have sex? So the last part, she said that he wasn't spending no money. So maybe that's why. Because, you know, there's the whole thing that, you know, women make rules for one guy and then they break rules for another guy. For example, she may meet me and she's like, hey, you need to get tested. But and then she's going to meet another guy that she really is attracted to and is spending all the money, she's never going to ask him to get tested. So sounds like the only reason she was asking the guy to get tested because he wasn't spending any money. She said it in the last part. I can play it again. Don't miss it. Catch it.
Or that he actually knows that he has something. A part of me feels like this man knows something that he's not telling me. Like, the inkling that I'm getting isn't like, oh, I'm a little nervous to get tested. It's like, bitch, I'm terrified. And this is what I mean by like use your discernment and like cut a nigga off if he does something like this, because Men will literally put you in harm's way for a nut. They do not care. They can know that they have something or be kind of unsure of their status and still want to have unprotected sex and still try to force you to do it, try to finesse you into having sex, like knowing that they could harm you, and they don't give a fuck. Please, y'all, please protect yourself. Like, I don't know if that man got something, but my discernment is telling me he does, and he know it's a dumb bun. Like, my birthday is this week. My birthday trip is coming up in 4 days. Like, I'm so focused on packing and shopping for my trip that it's like, nigga, at this point, you're just taking up space. You ain't spending no money, and you ain't trying to get tested. Get the fuck away from me. And anytime I ever say on my son's grave, if I put it on cruise, that means that you can never talk to me again. And I stand 10 toes on that shit. I think he knows that it's done now because he refuses to get tested. And the fact that he refuses to get tested says, it just speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. That lets me know, yeah, nigga, you got something. You got something for sure.
Did you guys catch it at the end? I'm planning a trip. She said, I'm planning a trip for my birthday and he ain't spending no money, which lets me know the only reason she's asking him to get tested is because he's not spending no money. That's why I said if this woman was hanging out with Drake and Drake is spending money, do you think she's going to ask Drake to get tested? She's going to ask Boogie to get tested. She's going to ask you to get tested. But do you think every man she's been with, because she says she has a kid, a son, she's a baby mama, she's a single mom, do you think she has asked every man to get tested? No, which means they pick and choose which men they want to make rules for. So when you meet a woman and she's asking you, take me to a $200 dinner first date, do you think every man she has been with, she asked him to take her to an expensive dinner date? No.
Of their status and still want to have unprotected sex and still try to force you to do it, try to finesse you into having sex, like knowing that they could harm you, and they don't give a fuck. Please, y'all, please protect yourself. Like, I don't know if that man got something, but my discernment is telling me he does, and he know it's a dumb bun. Like, my birthday is this week. My birthday trip is coming up in 4 days. Like, I'm so focused on packing and shopping for my trip that it's like, nigga, at this point, you're just taking up space. You ain't spending no money, and you ain't trying to get tested.
Right there. I'm planning for my trip. Nigga, you're just taking up space. You ain't spending no money. That's the issue. I remember she said when she met this guy, he's very popular on TikTok and social media, giving women dating advice. So she thought she found a rich guy who's going to spend money on her, but find out he's not spending no money because in the beginning she said he's fake, he's a scammer and things like that. So he's not spending no money. He's a scammer, and then he doesn't want to get tested. Probably that's the only part I would believe. Most guys don't want to get tested, which I agree. Guys, you gotta get tested. If you're gonna, play safe, if you're not gonna use a condom, you really gotta get tested. But I don't believe a word she says. Until the guy comes out to say his side of the story, I don't believe her.
Get the fuck away from me. And anytime I ever say on my son's grave, if I put it on cruise, that means that you can never talk to me again. And I stand 10 toes on that shit. I think he knows that it's done now because he refuses to get tested. And the fact that he refuses to get tested says, it just speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. That lets me know, yeah, nigga, you got something. You got something for sure.
If this woman met, because I always use Drake and Chris Brown, but if this woman met any celebrity, if this woman met NBA players, you guys know why so many athletes seem to be having so many single moms and baby mamas and popping kids left and right, because women really don't ask men to get tested. They don't ask men to put on condoms and things like that. If you got money and you're spending it, you can even ask her right now, did you ask your baby daddy? Because she says she's a single mom. You can ask her, did you ask your baby daddy to get tested and to spend money on you? She's probably going to say no. They make rules for different type of guys. But guys, as you're coming into the chat, into the live stream, do me a favor and like the video. Please, please, please like the video, please. And let's go to the next video. All right, so the next video, guys, if you're coming into the live stream, please like the video. So this video, this guy is getting attacked online because he's dating a woman who's much younger than him, but he uses some choices of words that, you're going to see why they're going to attack him. And then the next video that I'm going to play up right after this one is because they are two contrasting videos, So he's dating a younger woman. He's going to be asked why he prefers a younger woman. He's going to give his reasons, but then he's going to I'll link down below the video. If you go on Instagram, you'll see how women were attacking him for preferring a younger woman. And then the next video is going to talk about older men refusing to date older women. All right. So don't forget, like the video as you come into the stream. Please, really, I really appreciate you. So, all right, let's go.
What's a 10-year age gap relationship? What's your age?
19.
29. I like them young.
How does a 10-year age gap relationship work?
Perfect age gap for a relationship.
Why?
Well, see, when they're 19, you can train them. You can train them, They're very young, so, you can influence them and train them to be the perfect woman for you.
Do you feel like that's true?
Yes.
Do you feel like your boyfriend is misogynistic?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with our relationship. It has worked for us. Guys my age are not, mature enough.
And would guys your age be able to provide the same things that he provides for you right now?
Of course not.
Why go 19 as opposed to 29 or 35?
She's a young sweetheart, what can I say?
Okay, so what's the latest you want to have kids?
5 years to now, yes.
Yeah, biology gives women up to about the age of 27. So I say you got about 8 years in it, so.
Yo, this man is wild. He said biology gives them up to 27. This is crazy. He's gonna get canceled. I don't know why he would say things like that. Women don't like things like that. Now trust me, if it was the other way around, women would gladly say they don't want to date, younger men because they don't have money. Like she said, she prefers older men because men her age, and you guys have seen this before, whether you're in high school or college, women the same age as you usually didn't want you. They wanted older guys because they thought you're not grown enough. All right, next video. So this video ties right into the one we just played, so you're going to see the difference.
I have a question for men that are in their late 50s and 60s, maybe early 70s. What age of women are you looking for, if you're looking? Just curious.
Well, darling, I have some bad news for you, because the answer to your question is none of the above. You see, men in our age group, the one you're in, know the truth, which is you aren't looking for love. You're looking for your next victim, and we're no longer willing to be it. If we're single now, it's because we were most likely married and y'all decided that you could do better. So you went and filed for divorce, thinking I'll just find some other schmuck to take advantage of, only to now find out the tables have turned. Because now it's you who's unwanted, unneeded, and unnecessary. So my advice, go enjoy your life. Seriously, we wish you nothing but the best. But could you do us a favor and just leave us the hell alone? Leave us be and stop asking these questions? We both know you already know the answer. Problem is, you can't handle it, can't cope with it. So you keep asking it, hoping and praying that somehow it's gonna change. Well, sweetie.
That's true. They divorced the man, and then they're hoping there's gonna be another man. Because it's funny to me. They get a man. They pray to God to give them a good man who's all about marriage, and then they get the good guy. He marries them, then they leave him, and then they go back to ask God for another new man who wants commitment, who's a provider. Then God gives them another man, and then they leave him because they're bored. Then they pray to God to give them another good man. Like, how many times is God gonna keep giving you good men, and then you leave him? You leave them because they're bored, or you leave them because they don't pay 100% of the bills, or you leave them because they don't, go 50-50. They want to go 50-50 with you. Like, God is tired of giving you good men.
It's not. Look, we get it, but we're not interested in your drama, your insane demands and expectations. We're happy, we're healthy, and most of all, we're living in peace. Something you cannot, will not, and have never been able to provide. So yeah, we're done. Besides, I thought y'all were happy, strong, independent boss bitches who didn't need no man. That's what you've been telling us for years now. That's what you've told yourselves. Yet, here you are wondering what age group us men are looking for. Yeah, okay. I guess the phrase, be careful what you wish for, applies. Right?
And they know. They know if a woman is 50, she knows men who are 50 want younger women. The same way I would expect that a man who's 50 knows that women want a provider. Because, when we are younger, most of us guys still believe in the whole fantasy of she likes you for you. Now some guys go into their 30s and 40s still hoping and still looking for a woman who doesn't care about money. But the truth is, every woman cares about money. And the older they get, the more they even care about money. So if you're dating a woman at 21 and you guys are fine, you're into the love story, or we love each other for who we are. The same woman who loved you for who you are and she didn't care about money at 21, trust me, when she gets 25, when she gets 27, especially when it starts paying the bills for her own self, now they really care about the money. Now they would rather go with an older guy who can pay her bills rather than you, the age mate, who cannot pay her bills. Some guys are delusional about that. For some reason, some men out there still believe a woman will like them for who they are. Guys, the truth is, every single woman, even your mama, if you think I'm lying, if your mama keeps asking you for money, hey son, send me some money. Hey son, I have this. Hey son, I need a new car. Hey son, I need some rent. Hey son, can you send me $10 for ABCD? If you keep saying no, I'm telling you guys, even your mama will lose some love for you. Even your mama doesn't love you for who you are just for that. That's why, because if you're a bad kid and you're broke, she's not going to be proud of you as her son. But if you're doing good and you send her money, she's gonna be like, oh my God, God gave me the best son. Even your mama loves you because she knows at the back of her mind, if in the times of need, you're gonna be the first person to help her. So guys, the mindset of you're gonna find a woman who likes you for you, we need to stop that. Yes, she's gonna like you because you're tall. She's gonna like you because you are charming. She's gonna like you because of all the other things. But most importantly, she will even like you even more, much more, if she knows you are a productive, ambitious, hardworking man who she can always call on if she doesn't have money to pay her phone bill, if she doesn't have money to pay her rent, if she doesn't have money for nails, if she wants to go out to a nice restaurant, she's hoping you're the guy she's going to come to. I'm telling you. So the mindset that you're going to find a woman who likes you for you, it's never going to happen. So the same way men know that women are going to like you because you can provide, women, it's time to know that all the men want younger women. For some reason, women have an issue with men's preferences. What would you guys think about that? I see you guys in the chat. Welcome back. Welcome to another live stream. Like the video, guys. I really appreciate you guys for coming and rocking with me on this nice Sunday. I don't have enough likes, guys. I see 11 people in the stream. Please just like the video. If you can't support your boy through a donation, or sending a super chat down in the link below, down in the chat. If you can't comment, just like the video. That's all I ask for. You don't have to send me any money. You don't have to do anything else. Just like the video. Please, 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 please. Just click like. The like is free. You don't have to send me a cash app. You don't have to send me a super chat. You don't have to send me any money. Just like the video. I really appreciate that. All right. Because when you like the video, it lets other people know that we are live and we're cooking. All right. So next video. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Comment down below where you guys are watching from. I want to see where everybody's watching from. Comment down below so I can recognize you and show you some respect for being here on a nice Sunday with me, with Boogie, on another live stream. So you guys have been watching this video about coffee dates. Women are saying they don't want coffee dates. They only want dinner dates. We're going to be talking about it. All right. So we have the coffee date lady here. You guys are going to put in the comments if you believe, it should be an expensive dinner date or it should just be a coffee date. Because men are saying no more coffee, no more expensive dinner dates. But women are very, very adamant, saying a coffee date is a cheap date. It shows the guy doesn't like her and things like that. So we're going to be talking about it. All right. But before we get to that, please just like the video. Support your boy. Like the video. Please like the video. Like my video. Like the live stream so that people know that we are in here. We're going to be doing the coffee date, because personally I believe the reason men are doing coffee dates and men are not taking women on dinner dates anymore, because as a man, after taking a woman on multiple women on dinner dates, right, and then you do the math. So let's say dinner date costs you anywhere from $50 to sometimes even $100. If you do that with 10 women and they all ghost you or they claim let's just be friends or whatever happens, because I can guarantee you guys, if you started as a man dating at 21, in fact, I posted this on my channel today on the post. If you started dating as a man at 21, right, chances are if you're 35, all the women you used to date back in the day, none of them are in your life. So do the math. If every date you take on a woman, you spend $50, so how many dates have you been on for 10 years? Because I can guarantee none of them are still in your life. In fact, all the women you've taken on dates, none of them can send you $20 if you needed it, if your life depended on it. So do the math. $50 times the number of dates you've been on, where's the return on investment? So men are saying, for all the money I've spent on dates, it's not worth it. So men are saying, listen, if we can't go on coffee date, it is what it is. I don't want to keep investing in dates and then you never call me back, you ghost me, you say let's just be friends, and then only to find out she's going out on different multiple dates with 5 other guys, and then she's got to pick and choose between you and other guys. But women are saying coffee dates are for brokies only, for broke men, they're for dusties, and they need more. So we're going to be watching this video. Jamal, what's up? Jamal is back in here. Jamal says she looks like KRS-One. Who's KRS-One? Jamal, who's KRS-One? I don't know who KRS-One is. Who is KRS-One? Let me see. Guys, can you like the video, please? Just like the video. Please, just like the video so other people can know we're in here. All right, let's go. No more coffee dates. She wants a dinner date. She wants an expensive dinner date. So let's go.
A man asked me for coffee today after work, and I politely told him no, and then brought myself to McAllister's, where I got this croissant, this grilled chicken sandwich, and an entire bowl of broccoli cheddar soup and a Dr. Pepper for under $25. Now, I'm not going to argue with you about how you like to date, just like I don't want you to argue with me about how I like to date. But coffee is never going to be an option for me. And just like I respect your choice to coffee, respect mine to not coffee. Biggie had two baddies fighting over him and eating his like groceries. And for some reason, men seem to think that I can't find a man that's willing to take me for coffee. And I notice anytime that I post anything about dating, especially on this app, the number one comment that I get is because I'm fat and ugly, that I should be willing to settle for whatever a man is willing to offer me, right? And I always find that interesting because it almost feels like they have this assumption that any man who's trying to date me has never seen me before. And what I noticed from that comment section is a lot of people like coffee dates or ice cream dates or whatever the case may be because it's low effort, low commitment, low risk. And for the men, it's cost effective, right? And a lot of people were trying to compare it to a job interview, right? And I think the part that they are skipping with the job interview is after you submit your resume and the application, if you are deemed worthy, what happens? You get the phone interview. After the phone interview, if the employer deems you worthy enough, then they will invest the resources to fly you out for an in-person job interview. And I feel like a lot of y'all are skipping that step. I feel like a lot of y'all will meet somebody on a dating app on a Wednesday, and by Thursday you are trying to go get coffee, which is why y'all want the low risk, low commitment, cost effective dates, because y'all are not taking the time to have the phone interview. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, my first time having a meaningful conversation with somebody is not going to be the first date.
Guys, you know the only reason they are trying to shame men into taking them on expensive dinner dates is because they don't have to pay. Do you think this woman would be saying all these things if women were the ones paying for the dates? If women were the ones paying for the dinner dates? Because I'm sure one of you guys has been on a date with a woman and she ordered the whole restaurant because she knows you're going to pay. You know, because men wouldn't have an issue taking women on dinner dates if half the dates they went to became something. But 99% of the dates men go to, it's either he gets ghosted, either she's dating like 10 other guys, she's using him for free food, you know, she wants to put him in a friend zone. She claims, oh, I don't see this going anywhere. Can we just be friends? So men learn over time, because there is no man who's going to keep going on dates, on dinner dates, get used for free food. And at some point, any smart man is going to stop and be like, you know what? This is not really worth it. There's no return on investment, because as men, we are very logical. Everything we invest time and money into, time, okay, sure. Most guys don't mind they're wasting their time. But when there's money involved, most men are going to do the math and be like, okay, where's the return on investment? After going on dinner dates for 5-10 years as a man, you need to stop, take some time, do the math of all the money you've spent on dinner dates. Number one, how much have you spent on all the women you've been dating? Because none of them are still in your life. Number two, how many of those women would even care to send you $5 if you needed it? Probably zero. Number three, how many of those women are still in your life and you guys were happy till death do you part? Zero. So as a man, if you keep spending and spending and dinner dates because you don't want to be called broke, because you don't want to be called dusty, at some point you need to do the math and see if there's a return on the investment. The only reason why women want to shame you and things like that is because she doesn't have to pay the money. She wants you to take all the risks to feed her. She can go home and be like, because they talk between themselves with the girls, right? Oh, guys, I got another sucker. I used him for free food dinner. Then he took me to the expensive restaurant, and then I ate, and now I'm full. Sometimes you're even gonna take her out. She's gonna eat, and when she gets home, guess who she's gonna call? She's gonna call Boogie to clap them cheeks. She's even gonna bring me some of the leftovers from your expensive dinner date. She's gonna give me the leftovers, and I'm gonna clap cheeks, and you're gonna be home. This is the truth. The reason they are shaming men about coffee dates, because men are waking up. They don't like when men wake up. because if all men decide to only do coffee dates, they get to miss out. We have seen on social media so many times women saying they literally use dates as a way of saving on their money, especially girls on campus, women on in college. They use men for free food dinner dates because they don't have money to feed themselves. Because she knows if she plans 10 dates in a week, she goes every dinner that she goes to, she's going to bring back some leftovers for the next day. It works for them. It doesn't work for the guys. The only reason that shaming men is because men are waking up and they don't have anyone to use for free food dinner dates. Because even lesbians go 50-50. But these women don't want to go 50-50 with you on a date, but they also don't want you to stop taking them on dinner dates. So how are you telling me I'm trying to get to know you, but you are telling me what type of date to take you to? I would understand if a man just invited her over. That's one thing. But men are saying, I want to get to know you. Let's go take a drink or let's get a coffee. And it's even easier because if you guys don't, you see no chemistry, she can easily just leave and I can just leave. But if you order a big meal, now there's no chemistry. You can tell she doesn't like you. She doesn't have good conversation, but now you have to finish the food. But now sometimes she's going to pack the food and she expects you to pay. So imagine doing 10 dates of $50 each. That's already $500, right? And chances are 99% of them is not going to go anywhere, even if it does. So now let's say one of the women you went out with goes beyond the first date. It doesn't guarantee that after the second and third date, you guys are going to stay forever till death do you part. No. 99% of the dates you've been to as a guy never lead to anything serious. Even when it does, it still ends, but you've been investing. The truth is, women just hate the fact that men are tired of investing. They're tired of women don't like the fact that men are tired of being used for free food dinner dates. That's it. What do you guys think about that? Now, for this woman, there's another woman who came out to say why. This is the one. Just hold on. Give me a second.
At some point, men have to realize the women today are not dating you because they want you. They are dating you because they want the things that you can provide. And if you cannot provide for them, they don't want you. Women are not going on dates because they want the date. They are going on a date because they want to take pictures. They want to record the food. They are doing that because they want to have an image to portray to other women. They're gay. They're gay. A woman who is complaining that you want to take her on a coffee date, she's gay. She wants to be with a woman. I don't care. Because a coffee date is not a standard. How you talk to me is a standard.
Facts.
How you pull out my chair is a standard.
Facts.
How soft you are with me is a standard. The restaurant you choose is not the standard. Because you could be the richest man and you could still disrespect me. You could afford to buy me a yacht, but if you don't talk to me softly, that's my standard. If you don't communicate with me in a way that helps my emotions understand you, that is my standard. I find it weird. I find it weird how all the prostitutes, all the women that sell themselves for material gains because they don't have the internal look, is with the most to say. If a woman is telling you a coffee date is her standard, she's a whore. She's materialistic. She's materialistic. And as soon as you cannot provide her with that lifestyle, she's going to leave you. That is a modern day woman. Modern day women date men because they need things from the man.
Facts. Oh, she was spitting. But some men still believe there's a woman out there who's going to like them for them. It is the fact, man. If a woman is saying the coffee date is too low budget, too low investment, and they like to say low investment, and it's like, okay, what type of investment are you putting in me as a man? Most of them say, oh, I'm showing up. Yeah, but I'm showing up too. So if you're showing up and I'm showing up, that's already equal, right? And the last time I checked, most of you want equality between men and women. The truth is, like she said, okay, let's say you take out an expensive dinner dates. Guess what? Once you stop doing the expensive dinner dates, because remember, how you start is how you're gonna keep living up to that, right? So if you start by taking her to expensive dinner dates, she's gonna expect that the relationship is gonna. First of all, remember, it's not guaranteed that just because you take her to an expensive dinner date, you guys are gonna be in a relationship. No, it's not guaranteed. She still has the choice to do whatever she wants. You can take her to an expensive date, and then the next day she's gonna ask me to do the same. But if every man does that, she wins, right? If every man does that, then remember it's the same standard. It reminds me of the fact that if a woman dates a millionaire, she never wants to date a man who's not a millionaire because she's used to the lifestyle the millionaire got her used to. Because they claim dates are for getting to know each other. But if I'm getting to know you, why do I have to take you to an expensive seafood place? So, guys, if you say you want to take a woman on a date and you're like, let's go get a drink, let's get a coffee, and she starts talking about, oh no, I only do dinner, and oh no, let's meet at night, things like that, right? Just know she's trying to angle you into taking out on a dinner date. And I get it. Some of you guys, I don't know about you guys watching me, but so many guys struggle getting on dates, right? So what men do, even if a woman asks for an expensive dinner date and that's not what he wants to do, most guys do it because he doesn't know the next time he's going to get a date. Even if in his heart of hearts knows that just because he goes on a date doesn't guarantee anything, most guys still go on to go for dates, unfortunately. But now, if you take a woman on an expensive date and she doesn't deserve it, or she hasn't shown you any reason to take on a dinner date, guess what? When I meet her, she's gonna expect an expensive dinner date, and if I don't, then she's gonna claim, but Danny took me an expensive dinner date. I deserve an expensive dinner date, but that's because Danny shouldn't have done that. Then she's gonna expect the same from me, and then the next guy, the next guy. So until men decide to look in the mirror and know their worth and decide that, you know what, no more expensive dinner dates. Until then, women are going to be expecting dinner dates. Now, obviously, sounds like there's a group of men who are, realizing that the return on investment is so low, but for the most part, I still believe some guys still believe in taking women on dinner dates. She's gonna eat the food, and sometimes actually she's gonna bring the leftovers for the guy at home. Because guys, trust me, every time you meet a woman on a dinner date, you're not the first woman, you're not the only guy she's talking to. If you're the first guy, you're probably not the last guy. She's talking to multiple different guys. That means she's dating, right? Which means she's going on dates with multiple different guys. What makes you think that because you bought an expensive dinner date, she's gonna be with you? There have been other guys who have done the same thing that you're doing. There have been other guys who have even taken her to better restaurants. What makes you think she's going to stay with you? And those are things men don't really ask themselves. What do you guys think about that? All right. What do you guys think about that? Comment down below. Also, as you're coming into the chat, don't forget to like the video, man. Support your boy, man. I really appreciate you guys for rocking with me on this nice Sunday afternoon. But most importantly, please like the video. Like the video. Support your boy. All right. Support your boy. Like the video, man. Just give me a like. Just give me a like. That's all I'm asking for. Do I want the super chats? Do I want the cash apps? Yeah. But I think I prefer the likes. Just give me a like, man. I only got 5 likes. Just push me a like, man. Push the like button on the video. I really appreciate that. All right, next we're gonna go all the way to Kendra G Streets. You guys have seen me react to Kendra G. You guys like when I do Kendra G reactions. So without further ado, we're gonna go to Kendra G. This was crazy. So I'm warning you guys. This was crazy. So I'm warning you right now. This was crazy. I don't even want to spoil it for you. This was crazy. I'm warning you. If you think dating is crazy, this video is crazy. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna and after I play it, you'll understand why I'm saying this so many times. This was crazy. This video is gonna show some of you guys why being the nice guy is never worth it. This video is going to show you why being the stepdad, playing stepfather is so bad. Why being women don't respect nice guys, women don't respect stepfathers. Please, guys, I hope this video is a lesson to some of you guys. All right, I've warned you, so let's go.
Where you calling me from, Angela?
Temple Hills, Maryland.
You have any kids?
Yes, I have 5.
Ooh, child, how old are you? I'm sorry. 5 kids you gave birth to?
Yes,
Okay,
and
so
2
have your head cut
grandkids.
off. Huh?
Oh, sorry, and 2 grandkids.
Are all your 5 kids by the same man?
No,
How many men?
my first 2 are by my husband, ex-husband, and then the last 3 are by different men. So 4.
Your kids are by 4 men.
Yes,
You've been married once.
I've been married twice actually, but my last husband I didn't have any children with. I had already had my kids when I met him.
So you married him. So a man married you and you have 5 kids.
Yeah,
Why
I
you
was
leave
actually
him?
pregnant.
A man married her and she already had 4 kids from other men. I'm going to say that one more time. There was a man in this world who married this woman and she had 4 kids from other men. I'm going to say one more time. For some reason, God created a man out there who realized that the best thing he could do in his life was marry this woman who had 4 kids from other men. That's very key in this video. Let's go.
So you married him. So a man married you and you have 5 kids.
Yeah,
Why you
I was
leave
actually
him?
pregnant. I actually was pregnant with my last son when we met. So I was married to him for like 13 years.
So okay, you have 4 kids and you was pregnant by somebody else and he married you.
Yeah.
Why'd you leave that man, girl?
We weren't compatible. But when I met him, I was homeless, like in a shelter with my other children and pregnant with that one. And I met him and he came and he took me. So I just felt like I kind of like owed him something, put me
Was
on
he
my feet.
abusive in any way?
No.
Okay, he wasn't abusive. He had a job.
Mm-mm. He's a real estate investor. And then it was a lot of like health issues because he was like a larger man, like over 500 pounds or whatever. And it
I
just
don't care if he
became,
was 700 pounds, girl. You was homeless, 4 kids and pregnant. You was supposed to maintain that man.
well,
You
he
could have
is
helped
the
him
one.
lose weight. Shit, you could have walked. Listen, baby, I'm gonna help you get down. I'm gonna make. Listen, we're gonna just be on crackers. That was a good man that did all that. What was the ultimate reason why y'all broke up?
No sex.
Oh, y'all wasn't having sex. Girl, you don't have no sex. You have 5 kids. You didn't even have more than sex. You don't have 5 kids by
I
4
mean,
men. You could have. Yes. This is. Listen, ladies. I'm gonna give it to you real.
Guys, they don't like good guys. Guys, please don't be stepfathers. Please. So this guy thought this guy married this woman. She had 4 kids and she was pregnant from a different man. And he still married her. And she still wasn't giving him no sex. Because I can guarantee you, if a man is going to marry a woman, that means she believes you are going to be the provider. I don't care if it's going to be 50%, 60%, 80%, 100%. She believes you have enough money to provide, but you're providing. And she didn't even have kids with him because she just admitted she wasn't even having sex with him. Guys, why? Seriously, why? I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not the most handsome. But I'll be damned if I made such a decision. But you guys are out here marrying single moms with multiple baby mamas, multiple baby daddies, and they're not even giving you sex. Oh my God. That's crazy. Guys, if you have a friend who's a stepdad, you need to make him watch this video. This is crazy. They don't respect stepdads. You guys have heard of this saying that if a woman gets with a guy who's going to be a stepdad and she's a single mom, she wouldn't get with that same guy if she had no kids. Have you guys heard, have you guys heard of that saying? The women only get with men when they're single moms. The guys they get with when they're single moms, they will never be with if they had no kids. Meaning they're just settling. That she said in the video, she was just giving him a chance. She felt sorry. I'm gonna play one more time. My goodness.
And pregnant, you were supposed to maintain that man.
Well,
You
he
could have
is
helped
the
to
one.
lose weight. Shit, you could have walked. Listen, baby, I'm gonna help you get down. I'm gonna make. Listen, we're gonna just be on crackers. That was a good man that did all that. What was the ultimate reason why y'all broke up?
No sex.
Oh, y'all wasn't having sex. Girl, you don't have no sex. You have 5 kids. You need to have more than sex. You don't have 5 kids by 4
I mean,
men. You could have. You. This is. Listen, ladies, I'm gonna give it to you real.
So the guy who decided to be the stepdad, she wasn't giving sex, but she was giving sex to other guys who gave her babies. I mean, there's dumb and then there's dumb, dumb, dumb. And if he did it that time, I cannot guarantee you that guy is going to do it again. Now, in the video, she claims it was 500 pounds. And, you know, that could be the reason he was willing to marry a single mom with multiple kids from multiple men. But it's like, okay, even if you don't have choices, I would rather you marry a woman you think is ugly rather than marry a single mom, especially when she has multiple kids and she's not even giving you sex. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I'm sick to my stomach. Like to believe that there's actually men out here doing this. And this is why so many single moms believe they don't want average men. Because they know average men will do anything they want. I'm going to be honest, guys, with all the talk about single moms and things like that, I'm telling you right now, there's so many guys there dating single moms. And this is why, if you guys watch my video, my conversation with brother Jefferson James, the black therapist, this is why I was asking him last week that should men just date single moms? Because all the talk about single moms, some guys still have no options. All they can do is date single moms. Some guys literally have no options, whether it's because they're broke, whether it's because they're short. So they'll try with women they believe they're attracted to. They'll get rejected. And the next best thing they can do is date a single mom. Guys are out here struggling, dating a single mom with multiple kids from multiple men, marrying her, and she doesn't even give you sex, and then she leaves you, and then she's out here looking for another sucker. She's on Kendra G's show looking for another guy to come and be a stepdad. And it's true what they say. Single moms only date guys who they would never date if they were not single moms. Because trust me, guys, the moment a woman has a kid, her dating preferences change. So if before she really wanted a rich guy before she became a single mom, when she becomes a single mom, they know they don't really qualify for the rich guy. So what they do is they take what they can take as long as it's going to be a provider for the kids. What do you guys think about that? That's crazy, man. When I saw that video, I was like, this is crazy. All right, next we're gonna go to, to segment into the fact that women don't like good guys. Because that woman kept talking about how he was a good guy. Even Kendra talked about it. But women don't like good guys. Women like rich guys. I'm going to say one more time. Women don't like good guys. They like rich guys. Now, that rich guy could be a scammer, could be a drug dealer, could be a street guy, could be everything illegal you can mention in the world. But if he has money, most women would rather go with a rich guy who's going to spend, because you got to be able to willing to spend the money on them. They would rather go with a rich guy who's going to spend the money than with a good guy who's broke, or even just average. You don't have to be broke. You may have a job, but if you're not earning good money to spend on them, they would rather be with a rich guy rather than you, the good average guy. So without further ado, this guy's not going to talk about it, but the two videos, I'm going to play them back to back so you guys can get the context. All right. Let's go. All right.
So what do you want? Do you want some broke dude living on your couch in the same boxer shorts as yesterday, playing 2K right where you met him? So what do you want? Do you want some broke dude living on your couch in the same boxer shorts as yesterday, playing 2K right where you met him? There's some safety in that, I guess. You think there is. I promise you, he's gonna, every time he says he's walking, because he's walking, he don't have a car, walk into the store to get gas station food or whatever. You know the type, all right? He's gonna go also secretly meet up with that hoe or whatever. And also, where are they coming from? Where are these hoes coming from? They're coming out of the bushes or something, because these men will be broke with no car and still be fraternizing. How? Where are you meeting them? They're climbing out of ditches and off the walls and ceilings. Where are they coming from? Y'all hiding around the corners? Where are all these hoes at? Because they keep popping up, even for the broke ones. They'll be walking to the gas station and have a hoe or two. It's crazy. Sharing a 40-ounce can of Red Bull or something. I don't know what they're doing. But they always seem to have them, even the broke ones. How? Who wants this? But they do, though. Coming out of the woodwork. They're coming out of the woodwork, let me tell you. I don't know, but they come from somewhere. So the broke ones got hoes too, all right? At least with a rich man, he's going to have hoes, but he's going to have his hoe in an apartment across town, all right? You're going to know her by her first name. You'll know what her Instagram looks like and everything. But it'll be, at least he'll do his best to keep it separate from the family, all right? They all got hoes. It's going to be something like this, one way or the other. So, do you want to cry about a man that can't help you make ends meet? You know what I'm saying? If you had to choose, all right? What's it going to be?
They're going to choose the rich guy. And this woman is going to tell us. If they had to choose, they will choose the rich guy who can cheat over the broke guy. This woman is going to tell us. So all the talk about they want a good guy, this woman is literally going to tell us they prefer the rich guy, even if he's even if he's a scammer, even if he's a drug dealer. They don't care about how good a guy is. They don't care about if he's loyal. They would rather go with the rich guy.
I'm going to tell y'all the reason why I chose to cry in a Rolls Royce instead of a Honda. When I was in a relationship with a rapper, this was 2021. That was like the point for me when I realized that I could have anything in the world. Like, I didn't have to settle for less. You know, I had trips, jewelry, cars, anything I wanted, I got. And mind you, I have dated other rappers and athletes and stuff like that way prior to 2021. However, this was my first real relationship with a rapper. I was the typical, I'm dating for love, I can't be with a man that I'm not attracted to. Bitch, the rapper I was with at the time, he wasn't as attractive as he is now. Nigga done went away, did some time, came back, got his shit together, looks amazing now. And I'm actually really happy that he's sober and he looks as great as he does. But regardless, I remember dating men that really didn't have anything and they treated me like complete shit. The little bit of money that they did have, like, very seldom would spend any on me. And if they did, it wasn't much. It was like going out to eat, maybe, going out to eat. Like bullshit birthday gifts, like a card from Kroger with no thought for real, or like roses from Kroger, but you didn't even take the time to cut them.
You see what I told you guys? Just because you have the money, it doesn't make you a good guy. To them, a good guy who is the one who has lots of money and willing to spend it. So she had a good guy, but she's complaining more about that he didn't have enough money to spend on her. So for them, you got to be willing to spend all the money. So if you spend $500, but she thinks that's bad money, that's not enough, she's going to say you're not a good guy.
Going out to eat. Like bullshit birthday gifts, like a card from Kroger with no thought for real, or like roses from Kroger, but you didn't even take the time to cut them, trim them, put them in a vase. Like, bitch, clean it up, make it fancy for me. Fast forward to the part y'all want to hear. Unfortunately, I got cheated on by said rapper, like any other woman that dates a rapper. But yeah, so when I got cheated on by said rapper, he bought me a brand new Range Rover. So this was 2021, and he also like paid for all my furniture in my house. Like, I mean, he did the absolute most to try to make up for what he did after I found out he cheated. Mind you, I had access to his penthouse that is in like Midtown Atlanta. And so when I was in his penthouse, like it was weave in the toilet. There was eyelashes on his bed. It's like, did you even try to clean this shit up? He didn't realize it because he hadn't been home and his cleaner was supposed to come and clean. She never came, I guess. I guess it was like a miscommunication. I think she went to his mansion and cleaned the mansion instead of cleaning the penthouse. So I walked in, I saw all the shit, and I lost it. Like, I mean, lost it. But yeah, so he gave me, you know, quite a bit of things to keep me happy. And I remember still, like, the next day we went to dinner, like Ray's on the River or something. It was like one of his favorite places to eat. So we went to dinner the next day, and we were literally in his Rolls Royce truck, right? And I just started bawling. Like, I was crying so bad in the passenger side, and he was freaking out because he's like, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? And as I'm crying, I just stopped and I looked down, you know, the center console where his arm was, and he grabbed my hand. And then I looked at the jewelry on my arm. And then I just started laughing. Because I'm like,
I'm telling you, they would rather have a man who's cheating, who has money and spending it, because the moral of the story is he was spending the money. Because there's some rich guys out there who don't spend the money. But in her story, the consistency is he was spending the money, the penthouse, the cars, the jewelry, you know, shopping and things like that. So even if he's cheating. So when women tell you, oh, I want a good guy who's loyal, no, loyalty is for the average guy, for the broke guys, or at least the guy who doesn't spend the money. So when a woman tells you I'm looking for a loyal guy, especially when she's older and things like that, it's because she has been like her with rich guys who are cheating, but now she's tired of that life. She now just wants a guy she knows is just going to be all over her, even if he's not going to spend money on her. But if all women had the chance, they would rather be with the rich guy who's going to cheat rather than be with the average guy who doesn't cheat.
bitch, you got a $30,000 watch on your wrist. You are sitting in a Rolls Royce truck, looking at stars, about to go get a dinner. He done got your Range Rover. It's some more shit. Like, whatever you want, you just got. And it's like, you went through so much worse with broke niggas, and they didn't give you shit but an apology and a wet ass, and kept doing it. And that's when I finally realized, like, damn, like, crying in a Rolls Royce instead of a Honda is a real thing, and I'm going to choose it every fucking time. I figure men are going to make you cry anyway. They're going to put you through it anyway. It may not be cheating, but every relationship has its problems. And I feel like pick your battles, pick a person that you don't mind going through your battles with, but you're going to go through some battles. And I'm going to go through that motherfucker in a Rolls Royce, in a Bentley, in a Phantom, in a gratata, whatever. I'm not going through it with a broke nigga. Like, I just refuse to go through it. And please miss me with the, oh, we need self-love. Every man won't cheat on you. You gotta, you know, believe in better so you can attract better. I always know a woman that never dealt with a rich nigga. Like, the ones that never dealt with a rich nigga don't understand these problems. So I don't expect y'all to get it, but have fun with your dusties, and I'm gonna have fun with who I have fun with.
I mean, I agree with everything she just said because some guys are delusional. Some of you guys are out here believing that women would rather a guy who's loyal. No, they only claim they want a guy who doesn't cheat if you got no money. If you got money, they don't care. And in fact, the only reason they care about cheating when the guy has money is because they're hoping you are not spending the money on the next woman when you should be spending the money on them. That's why, in her case, she said she found out he was cheating. And do you know what he did? He spent money on her to make her calm down, cool down. Because when a man is cheating, they're not all about, oh my God, he's not committing to me. He's in love. No, they're worrying about the fact that you're not spending money on other women. Because the money you spend on other women, they believe that's the money you should be spending on them. You see what I mean? Like, it's never about, oh my God, I want a guy who doesn't cheat, who's committed. No, they are hoping you don't spend them because they know dating women costs money. So if she thinks about the fact that you're dating other women, that means you're spending money on them the way you spend money on her, when she would rather you spend all that money on her. So it's not about the fact that you're cheating, a man is a cheater or he's not committed. No, they're scared about the fact that you're going to spend the money on another woman, and they don't like that. They want you, the rich guy, to spend all the money on them. So for some of you guys, if a woman is really asking you to be loyal and, oh, I want a loyal guy, I want a guy who doesn't cheat, chances are you don't spend money on her. Because if you spend money on her and if you got money, like big money, chances are she's not even gonna care who you talk to. Because she knows anytime she doesn't feel good, you're just gonna spend money on her. So if you're out here looking for a woman who's asking for loyalty, this woman says, man, they prefer rich guys who are not loyal over broke guys. Because broke guys have all the loyalty in the world, but you're broke. You don't spend money. So they don't want that. All right. So, all right, next video. What do you guys think about that? Give me the like the video, support your boy. We're here on a nice Sunday. All right, got one more video. Don't touch the die. Okay. One more video. Alrighty. So this woman is gonna be talking about she doesn't want men who work to 9 to 5. So if you're a guy who works a 9 to 5, she doesn't like it. She's not the first woman to say she doesn't like a guy who works a 9 to 5. For some reason, they believe if you work a 9 to 5, you don't. It goes back. It really ties back to the money. With everything with women, it ties back to the money. So let's hear her reasons.
I'm not meant for no working class man. Period. Like I can. I'm not meant for no working class man. Period. Like I cannot do it. The moments nigga tell me that he work a job, the way I'm disgusted, and it's not even on purpose. Like, and don't let him have been there for some years. Like this is not a stepping stool for you. This is your career. That's not for me. And I get it. It probably sound ignorant. It probably sound crazy, but we always end up bumping heads because you take your money way too serious. You work way too hard for your money. So the way that I like to get into niggas' pockets and the way I'm a type of woman, it's not gonna work because since you work so hard for your money, you're gonna have a hard time dishing it out. Baby, I like a big dog, okay? I like a mix to make it happen. And if you working for somebody else, like if you got a 9 to 5, it's just not giving it to me. I don't like niggas who other niggas tell what to do. I love a powerful man. I prefer power over money. Like, it's that serious.
That's a lie.
Like, I like a nigga who make his own schedule. I like a nigga who do what he want to do when he want to do it. Like, yeah, that's what I'm into. So
she's lying. It's all about the money. In fact, she's lying about the 9 to 5. If the guy, because we have a guy who does 9 to 5, Tim Cook. You guys know Tim Cook, the head of Apple. He makes like $100 million a year. You think she would care that he works a 9 to 5, but he makes $100 million a year? So they're lying. They know on average the guys who work 9 to 5 don't earn that much money, right? But if they knew that a guy who works a 9 to 5 earns millions of dollars, you'd think they would care? No. So it's all about the money.
I can't do it, baby. And then we always bump heads because we have a different value system completely 9 times out of 10 if you're a 9 to 5. I mean, you holding on and clutching your money like it's, like, and I get it. You fighting tooth and nail for it. You working 8 hours a day for it. It's nonstop. It's every day. You got to take a leave of absence and you got to put in vacation time to take me out the country. That just don't sit right with my spirit. I'm sorry, you're not gonna gaslight me into giving away me and all my good girl traits for free. You're not gonna gaslight me into feeling like something's wrong with me because of what I require. You've already said that I'm a good girl. You know everything that come with me. Ladies, don't let these men gaslight you into accepting their bare minimum. Don't let them try to make you feel some type of way because you don't accept their bullshit.
You know, one thing I like about social media is because finally women are speaking exactly what they think, what they feel, and what they believe in. Because 20 years ago, if you told a guy, 20 years ago when there was no social media, if you told a guy that this is how women think, he would say that's not true. But because we have social media, now you can easily show a guy a video of a woman talking about what she likes or multiple women saying what type of guy they like, what type of date they like, what they think a good guy is, who a good guy is, you know. So the good thing with social media now, men can see what's out here in the dating. Honestly, I believe dating is not even hard anymore because as men, you can see different mindsets. Because her mindset, thinking a guy who works to 9 to 5 is not is not good enough. I can guarantee you, her friends too think the same thing. Now, like I said, for me, I don't think it's about the 9 to 5. I believe it's about the money aspect because we know on average, people who work 9 to 5 are not earning millions of dollars, right? It's usually the CEOs and the big people, but the average 9 to 5 worker doesn't earn, millions of dollars. So it's about the money at the end of the day. That's why I told you that if she found out a guy who works 9 to 5 makes millions of dollars, she wouldn't care. So it's about the money. They believe entrepreneurs are the ones with the big money, right? That's why they don't want the 9 to 5. But this is good for men because as you men out here dating, now you can see, okay, this is the mindset. As men, I'm gonna say this. As men, if you have social media, if you have a phone in 2025, and then you run into some dating issues, it's your fault because the women are out here telling you exactly how what they believe, exactly how they date, exactly what they think a good guy is. So the days of trying to be a good guy when we're growing up and they're telling you buy a woman flowers, women like flowers, take them on expensive dinner dates. If she says no, just keep trying. Be a nice guy, be a stepfather. In 2025, as a guy, if you have a phone, if you have TikTok and Instagram, and you still run into these issues, it's going to be your fault because the women have told you exactly what they think as a man. It's crazy dating out here. The money you have to spend, if you do the math, you have the money you have to spend on dates, because I believe the reason this woman has this mindset is because in her past, she has dated a guy who's not like a 9 to 5. She has dated a rich millionaire. She has dated an athlete, an NBA player, football player. She has dated someone big who was maybe putting on private jets and things like that. And this is what happens. Once they date a guy like that, now they believe they're supposed to keep dating men of that caliber. I'm telling you guys, if I meet a woman who has been on a private jet, she's never gonna be okay dating me because I'm never gonna put her on a private jet. She's always gonna believe she deserves men who put her on private jets. It's not until she gets maybe 45, 55, until she can't find any more guys giving her private jets, then she may give me a chance. But by that time, maybe it's too late. So most of the women you run into and they're saying, buy me this, take me here, give me money. Chances are they've been dating guys. They've maybe 1 or 2 times they run into a rich guy who was willing to spend the money and they broke up and now they still believe and think they deserve a guy who's going to be, giving them that kind of lifestyle. Right? So that's the issue. Right? But what do you guys think about that? Put it in the comment section below what you guys think. Don't forget to like the video, support your boy. But let me see if I have one more video for you guys. I'm going to try doing this just to test it out and see how it's going to work. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, let me try to add this video and then let me see. Let me see if this is going to work. I'm going to try to share this video. All right, let's see.
Are actually okay. So he got married and he was an average earner. and then he worked hard and then became an above average earner. Do you think that that woman married him so that she can get a divorce from him and collect alimony?
Oh,
No,
not
I
that.
don't.
No,
I
not
don't.
no,
My
not
claim
no,
was,
not necessarily.
so that's my claim.
It's not a
My
matter.
claim
It's
is
not a
that
matter of she married him. She predisposed, or she just came in and hey, look, I'm going to divorce him. This is a card that's in the back pocket of every woman who gets married. When shit turn ugly, every woman 9 times out of 10 plays the card. She doesn't have it in her mind when she first fucking say I do. This is just something that just comes out of the work. The
So let me
shit
ask y'all
just
this.
turns.
Let me ask y'all this then, because there may be people watching that may be discouraged about marriage. Is it marriage or is it the people?
It's the people.
It's the people.
100%.
It's the people. It's a portion of the people and it's a portion of the system. Because if the people didn't know that the system was set, or certain side didn't know that the system was incentivized for them, they were incentivized to be able to do this. Highly likely they wouldn't do it. So it's not just solely one or the other.
Right.
Yeah, if I can just, here's my question for you. If the way that divorce was set up, if the way that custody court was set up, if the way that child support was set up, if it overwhelmingly benefited men in the same solipsistic, the same lopsided way that it does right now women, do you think women would be very, very different and cautious about how they entered marriage?
For sure.
Yeah, honestly, I even think that they would probably stop.
Okay, yeah, you think that they would stop? I get it. I think normal heterosexual women want heterosexual men, and I think women want to be mothers for the most part. They enjoy motherhood. I know that liberals and leftists get women, only get married because of necessity, and then they get forced by society into having children and being with men and all. But I'm just talking about normal heterosexual women who are attracted to men. They want to be mothers in the course of their lifetime as well. They see the beauty in family, and normal people who see the beauty in family and don't think all men are filled up with bugs and dirt, right? They want to get married at some point. And if it would deter women from wanting to be married if they got the same bargain that men got. And so I understand what your point was. You made the claim that, hey, women are not marrying men by and large in majority because they are betting on divorcing them and stealing their resources. But the point that that Brother Darwin is saying still stands, because it is a card to play in the back pocket of every woman, especially the more productive and competent a man is. It affects how things go, and it affects how women behave in marriage.
That's true. If the laws change and the whole thing of I divorced him because I was bored, I divorced him because irreconcilable differences, but now I need to take half his house and I need to take the kids and he got to pay me alimony. If those laws get destroyed and get removed, women would literally, I think the divorce rate would go down by like 100% overnight. Either they would stop divorcing men or they wouldn't get married because there wouldn't be any benefit when it comes to divorce. So until the laws change, women will still want to get married because they know anytime they leave, they will be rewarded. They will be given something for divorcing a man for no reason. So the laws do play a part in it. I agree.
It's like a diminishing return, Doc. The more successful a man become, the more it dawns in on that, man, fuck, if I just keep becoming better and better than myself, the higher the risk and the higher the damage it is on the back end if the shit fails.
Right.
I think Naomi's trying to get in there too.
I never said.
Hold on,
I have
Kim. 1 second, Kim. I'll get right back to you. I'm just trying to spread the mic a little bit.
I have 2 points. So Kia, I have 2 questions. My first question to you is, do you know the statistic of women filing for divorce?
72% of divorces are filed by women. Yes.
Okay, so do you know why?
The top 2 reasons are non-disclosed, financial reasons, and infidelity.
So the top reason why is one of the top reasons when on papers is called irreconcilable
differences.
Right.
That is the reason why. Now, so here's the thing. In today's society, especially within the last few years, it has made it more and more easier for women to divorce a man
whether because he lost his job for those financial reasons. Infidelity is really not one of the top reasons why a woman is divorcing a man.
Like number 4.
The fact of the matter is the irreconcilable differences is because, in my opinion, is that women have gotten selfish. They don't want to put in the work to keep a man. They don't want to put in the work to support a man. So they want to leave him and try to kind of kick him while he's down. Now, most men, if they know that they want to get married. So most men, like your statistic said, a majority of men actually do want to marry. Majority of women do not want to marry. And I believe the majority of women do not want to marry because they don't like submission. The fact of the matter is that men in today's society have a greater risk, even if he has nothing, to still lose if he divorces. So your claim of saying that it's a delusional fear of a man to have, well, she's not marrying you just because she's gonna, she's not marrying you just so that she can divorce you and take your 10 grand a month. I understand what you're saying. The fact of the matter is, though, is that that is so easily can happen in today's society. Men do not want to take that risk. So it's not a delusional fear. It's actually a fear rooted in truth and facts, especially in 2025, especially with women acting the way that they act, and especially with the fact that more and more men are not able to be fathers to the children that they father in a marriage.
Facts. I actually believe more than money, men are more worried about losing access to their kids. Because most men don't. Okay, yeah, they care about the money. Okay, you want to take the house, take the house. You want to take my 401k, you want to take my pension, take the money. I don't care. But can you please let me see my kids? Because remember, when they go to divorce court, they go to family court, women are all telling the judge, he's a bad father, he's abusive, I don't want him around my kids. Because, if they do that and the woman has the kids 90% of the time, then you're going to be forced to pay more child support. So they use the kids against the men, because most women know men really love their kids. So most importantly, in my opinion, men fear divorce is because they will lose the chance to see their kids every single time. Do you guys know what it means for a judge to say to see your kids? You need a witness. You need someone to be there as you're seeing your kids, because your baby mama lied that you're abusive. Most guys don't want divorce because of that reason. She's right.
Just wanted to point that out.
Okay. I don't know if irreconcilable differences, that could mean literally anything. It can mean literally anything. And then no fault divorce, honestly, I don't understand why this is such a no fault divorce doesn't mean it's literally no one's fault. Both people decide to get a divorce. It's the cheapest and fastest way to get a divorce. So it's like, hey,
you still have to pay though. But that was my point. So if you want to sit here and tear down the points that I actually proved, you can sit here and use whatever point that you want to put out. You could put infidelity, you could put STDs, you could put whatever you want to put for whatever reason. Majority of women are divorcing men at such a high rate that it's not a delusional fear that you're claiming that men should take. It is a real fear, and it's easier and easier, especially since the government and society is built against men. A woman can go and get free attorney, she can get Medicaid, she can get food stamps, she can get all of these things. Majority of women can have all these resources to her and still get alimony, still get child support, and still get Section 8 housing, and the man will still be without and not even have his children. Not to mention that if he does want a father, most men have to dish out at least a minimum of $10K for a good attorney to fight a woman for a right that he should already have.
Damn.
Okay, so
that's facts. The fact that men have to go to court to ask a judge who wasn't there when they were making a baby for permission to see his own kids. Like, that's crazy to me. These are my own kids. Why do I have to pay a lawyer to go and ask a judge so that I can see my kids? Like that. That's why some men don't want to have kids anymore, because it's like you're having kids for the woman or for the government. Like, I want to be able to see my kids. Men want to be fathers, but if I have to fight, pay 10, and some women are crazy. Oh, you should fight to see your kids. No, bitch, I don't have to. I shouldn't have to. Like the money I'm paying the lawyer, we could save that for the kids' college fund, for the kids' college tuition. But you're taking me to court to pay a lawyer to see my own kids. And then if I'm allowed to see them, and then I also have to keep paying you child support. And then sometimes if I'm allowed to see them, I'm only allowed to see them twice in a week. And then sometimes I have to see them when someone else is there. So tell me why men want to be married anymore. Tell me a good reason why men should even be fathers, even think about having kids.
You made like 3 claims in a row that just were not true, and you argued.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do this.
Point. You argued against the point that I did not make. Like before I could even finish my claim.
So make sure you make a bullet point so that I can address them accordingly.
Hold on, Naomi. Let her finish.
My claim.
I was just saying bullet points.
So my first claim that I made earlier was that the delusional fear is not that, irreconcilable difference. That has nothing to do with anything. My claim was that I don't think it's a rational fear for men that make under a certain amount of money to fear that women are marrying them to divorce them so that they can pay alimony. Secondly, irreconcilable differences or no-fault divorce has absolutely shit to do with sugar. Honestly, it literally has nothing to do with my point at all. Because if you are afraid, I understand why men are afraid to get a divorce. I understand why divorces are messy and they are in the woman's favor. But the government overall is not against women. The thing is, right, we don't have a control group for divorce to say, like, yes, women are getting divorced at high rates. Before then, we don't have a control group to see, like, hey, like the experiment, right? Before the divorce rates are really, really high. The widow rates are really, really high. So it's like
we don't need a control group. We just
you don't need a control group to have an experiment. Yes,
we just use the CDC. You just use the statistics on a mainstream level as the group.
But we need a control group
because we have the data on hand, and we don't need it. Control groups are typically used for storing data that wasn't typically or traditionally stored, but because
I mean, I can't even watch this anymore. Shout out to Lapif. The truth is, this woman and so many other women don't care about how men are destroyed in divorce court. Is because majority of the time they never get it destroyed, and the only 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times a woman has to pay child support, a woman has to pay alimony, they call those men broke and dusty. How dare you ask a woman for money? How dare you ask a woman to pay you alimony? Those are the only few times, but majority of the time it's the men who are killed and destroyed in divorce court, right? So until they make it that automatic that women will be the ones to pay child support and alimony even if they make less money, so women can really feel it. Until then, the only option for men is not to get married, not even to have kids. But what do you guys think about that? Shout out to Lapif, man. This was a good stream. I'll put the link down below to their channel. This was a good stream. So thank you guys for coming to the stream. Don't forget to like the video as you're going out. Oh, my boy, man. Let me show love to my boy, Jervis Hurton, back in here after a while. I haven't seen you in a while here, man. He says a lot of baby mamas are 3 or 4, so the father already knows his daughter and son are going to experience a 3 or 4. Yeah, man. Mothers shape a community. Mothers shape the nation, especially in those tender years. Now, the father has to come in at around age 9, 10, 11, into the teens. The father really has to come in to really, if there was something wrong when the kid was 8 or 7, the father needs to come in and really now shape back the kid. But usually mothers do the job. So shout out to Jervis as I'm getting out of this chat. Today was a short one, but I may come back tomorrow. So don't forget, I may come back tomorrow for another live stream. Shout out to Jervis. Shout out to X. X says, I do agree with what you said about the first girl, though. You are both right. X says, I believe the first girl. Personally, I don't believe all these people until I hear both sides of the story. X, unfortunately, I need to hear both sides of the story. But shout out to you guys. Like the videos. I'm heading out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for supporting your boy. And I'll be back in here very, very soon. All right. Till next time. Peace out.